Kamala Harris, the 49th Vice President of the United States, has a life story that spans decades of public service, historic achievements, and political influence. Her career is marked by numerous firsts and groundbreaking milestones, especially for women of color in American politics. Here's an in-depth look at her life, career, and impact. Early life and education. Full name: Kamala Devi Harris. Date of birth: October 20, 1964. Place of birth: Oakland, California. Kamala Harris was born to immigrant parents who embodied the American dream and the spirit of activism. Her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, was an Indian-born breast cancer researcher, and her father, Donald Harris, is a Jamaican-born economist and Stanford University professor. Raised in a household that valued education, social justice, and activism, Harris was exposed to the civil rights movement from a young age. Her parents divorced when she was still a child, and her mother became her primary influence, teaching her the importance of identity, integrity, and resilience. Educational path. Harris completed high school in Montreal, Canada, where her mother had taken a position in cancer research. She went on to attend Howard University in Washington, D.C., a prestigious historically black university where she studied political science and economics. At Howard, she was deeply involved in campus politics and activism. After Howard, she earned her Juris Doctor (JD) degree from the University of California, Hastings College of the Law in San Francisco. Early legal career and San Francisco District Attorney role. After law school, Harris embarked on her legal career with a focus on criminal justice. Alameda County Deputy District Attorney, 1990 to 1998. Harris began her career as a Deputy District Attorney in Alameda County, California, where she prosecuted cases of robbery, homicide, and sexual assault. Her experiences here shaped her tough stance on crime but also gave her insights into the broader issues facing the justice system, like racial disparities and the need for reform. San Francisco District Attorney, 2004 to 2011. In 2003, Harris made history by being elected as the District Attorney of San Francisco, becoming the first woman, the first black person, and the first South Asian person to hold this role. Her tenure was marked by innovative initiatives, including Back on Track, a program aimed at reducing recidivism by providing first-time, nonviolent offenders with opportunities for job training and education instead of jail time. However, her tenure was not without controversy, as some of her policies, particularly those related to drug-related offenses, faced criticism from both liberal and conservative sides. California Attorney General, 2011 to 2017. Historic election. In 2010, Harris ran for California Attorney General and narrowly won, becoming the first woman, the first African American, and the first South Asian American to hold this office in California's history. Her election was seen as a monumental achievement and put her on the national stage. Notable actions and policies. During her tenure, Harris took on several high-profile cases and causes. She was instrumental in securing a $20 billion settlement from big banks after the 2008 financial crisis to aid homeowners affected by foreclosures. She was a strong advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and fought for marriage equality by refusing to defend California's Proposition 8, which banned same-sex marriage. Additionally, she worked on initiatives to combat human trafficking and crack down on transnational crime rings. Criticisms. Harris's tenure was marked by controversies as well, particularly her approach to criminal justice reform. Some felt she didn't go far enough in supporting police reform or in addressing systemic racial inequalities. Her handling of certain cases, such as her refusal to support broader investigations into police misconduct, led to criticism from criminal justice reform advocates. U.S. Senate, 2017 to 2021. In 2016, Harris won her race for the U.S. Senate, representing California. She succeeded Barbara Boxer, becoming only the second black woman ever elected to the Senate. Legislative focus. As a senator, Harris was vocal on issues like criminal justice reform, health care, environmental protection, and immigration. She co-sponsored significant bills such as the Green New Deal and Medicare for All. She was also a leading voice on civil rights, police reform, and equal rights for women and marginalized communities. Key Senate moments. Harris's sharp and incisive questioning during Senate hearings garnered national attention. She gained recognition for her tough questioning of Trump administration officials, including then-Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Her prosecutorial skills shone through, showcasing her ability to cut through evasive responses and demand accountability. 2020 Presidential Campaign and Path to Vice Presidency. 2020 Presidential Run. Kamala Harris announced her candidacy for the 2020 Democratic presidential nomination on Martin Luther King Jr. Day in 2019, with a campaign that drew large crowds and national media attention. Her campaign slogan, "For the People," reflected her prosecutorial background and her commitment to justice. Despite an initial strong showing, Harris faced challenges in maintaining consistent support and eventually suspended her campaign in December 2019. Selection as vice presidential candidate. After Joe Biden secured the Democratic nomination, he selected Kamala Harris as his running mate. Her selection was historic. She became the first black woman and the first person of South Asian descent to be nominated for vice president by a major political party in the United States. Her selection energized a significant part of the Democratic base, particularly among women, people of color, and younger voters. Historic victory. In November 2020, Biden and Harris defeated incumbents Donald Trump and Mike Pence. This victory made Harris the first female vice president, the highest-ranking female official in U.S. history, and the first Black and South Asian American to hold the office. Vice Presidency, 2021-present. Kamala Harris took office as Vice President on January 20, 2021, breaking barriers and setting a historic precedent. Roles and responsibilities. As Vice President, Harris serves as the President of the Senate, often casting tie-breaking votes on critical issues, including COVID-19 relief, infrastructure, and social spending bills. She also works closely with President Biden on various issues, particularly on immigration reform, women's rights, economic recovery, and foreign relations. Focus on key issues. Harris has been assigned the complex task of addressing the root causes of migration from Central American countries, a role that has proven to be politically challenging. She has also taken a strong stance on protecting voting rights and has become an advocate for climate action and equity in economic recovery efforts. Challenges and criticisms. Her tenure as vice president has not been without challenges. Critics have pointed to delays in clarifying her stance on specific policy issues, and she has faced scrutiny over her handling of the migration portfolio. Additionally, the high expectations surrounding her historic role have led to intense public and political scrutiny. Personal life. Kamala Harris married Doug Emhoff, a successful entertainment lawyer, in 2014. Emhoff is the first second gentleman in U.S. history and has taken on a supportive role, often seen accompanying Harris at public events and engaging in various advocacy roles. Harris is also a loving stepmother to Emhoff's two children from his previous marriage, Cole and Ella, whom she affectionately calls her Mamala. Legacy and impact. Kamala Harris's career represents a profound shift in American politics, breaking barriers and inspiring millions, especially women and people of color. Her achievements have redefined what is possible for future generations, and her influence in American politics will likely extend well beyond her tenure as vice president. Harris's legacy will be defined not only by her historic firsts, but also by how she navigates her role in shaping policy and inspiring change.